CBP puts out on a regular basis. We know there are more children under the age of 18 who are, of course, coming across the border. That is consistent with what our policy has been. But in terms of people who were turned away, who are coming to the border, who are turned away, I mean, those numbers, are people hearing that? Are they still making the journey? I don't have any further analysis of that. I know that what people are looking at is that there are more children who are coming across the border, and we've certainly confirmed and acknowledged that.
Let me ask you about the president's speech last night. This was a speech about the anniversary, the last year since the pandemic began. Of course, he spent a lot of time touting the success of vaccines, yet there was no mention of the president under whose administration these vaccines were developed. Does former President Trump not deserve any credit on vaccines?
Well, the president himself and many people in our administration have conveyed that making the progress that was made, and we've said this publicly, that was made on these vaccines was a Herculean, incredible effort by science and by medical experts. And certainly we have applauded that in the past, and we are happy to applaud that again. But I would say there is a clear difference, and there are clear steps that have been taken since the president took office that have put us in a trajectory that we were not on when he was inaugurated. And leadership starts at the top. It includes mask wearing, it includes acknowledging there's a pandemic, it includes getting a vaccine in public, but even more importantly than that, it includes putting in place an operational process that it can ensure that we have enough vaccines to vaccinate Americans, enough vaccinators, enough vaccine locations. None of that was in place when the president took office.
And certainly that's on distribution and the like, but on the development of the vaccines, it was Operation Warp Speed that was invented, executed, initiated under the former president. So in the spirit of bipartisanship and unity last night, as opposed to the first comments which spoke about the denials in the first days, weeks, and months, why not just say, with credit to the previous administration and the former president for putting us in this position, we are glad that we have been able to move it forward?
That is an excellent recommendation as a speechwriter, but the president has spoken to it in the past. He has applauded the work of medical experts and scientists and the prior administration. And what the purpose of last night's speech was to give an update on what his administration has been doing, what he has done since he took office, the progress that's been made, what the work is ahead, provide a light at the end of the tunnel, and ask Americans to engage in the process and do what's needed to be done so we can get to those July 4th barbecues.
And in fairness, as he said, to bring all Americans together, which is why I asked.
Of course that is, but I would say that Americans are looking for facts, they're looking for details, they're looking for specifics, and I don't think they're worried too much about applause from 6 months ago when the president has already delivered that publicly.
Thank you, Jack.
Go ahead.
You just said that leadership starts at the top when it comes to getting COVID vaccines out, but when you describe the messaging on immigration, you're talking about leadership from Ambassador Jacobson and many others getting the word. And
I don't think that's what I said, but
you were explaining why President Biden is not out here.
I actually.